Premier David Eby unveiled a new cabinet to go along with his new barely re-elected NDP government today. For more on that, let's head down to the BC Legislature and check in with Rob Shaw. Rob, lots of new names and ministries today. Give us the lowdown. What can you tell us about what happened today?
Well, Stacey, a new look cabinet here, the same size as the last, but with a dozen new ministers and some different sounding and looking ministries as well. Premier David Eby swearing in this cabinet at Government House today, a packed ballroom of NDP supporters. The Premier saying he hopes to bring British Columbians along with him as he refocuses on the basics after almost losing power in last month's election. Let me walk you through the new cabinet highlights here. Former Vancouver Tech CEO Brenda Bailey promoted from Jobs Minister to Finance Minister, a huge portfolio during a cost of living crisis. And Tofino's Josie Osborne promoted to Health Minister from the Energy portfolio, a massively challenging job during ER closures, citing rural health care, the Premier in one of the choices for Josie Osborne. Here is Osborne herself today.
Myself, as a new Minister of Health, wholly dedicated to doing everything that we can to improve healthcare access to services, and I'll particularly be bringing, of course, my lens being a rural community resident and former mayor of a rural community. So there will be plenty of time in the coming days to be able to address some of these really important priorities, and I'm going to be working so hard to do just that.
Okay, back to the cabinet. The mental health ministry eliminated, folded into health. So that minister, Jennifer Whiteside, is moved to Labour. Gary Begg, the comeback kid who won the NDP their majority by flipping Surrey Guildford by 22 votes, rewarded with the post of Solicitor General. He's also a former RCMP officer. Adrian Dix, BC's longest-serving health minister, moved to the Energy Ministry, which has lost mining but has picked up Clean BC and climate initiatives. Lisa Baer moving from tourism to education. Jody Wickens becoming her Minister of State for Child Care. And a new mining and critical minerals portfolio with new Minister Jeg Group Brar. Bowen Mott now in an infrastructure ministry to fast-track projects like new schools. The island here, you can see the MLAs who made cabinet, 6 of the 27 ministers, but some new faces. Ravi Parmar in Langford is taking over the forest ministry. Sheila Malcolmson retaining social development. Grace Lohr retaining children and family development. And Oak Bay's Diana Gibson, a rookie, called up right away as the new jobs minister. Plus, Saanach's Lana Papa moving back to agriculture, a portfolio she often talked about how much she loved. New faces to cabinet, Randy Neal in the water, lands and resource portfolio. Mike Farnworth moved to transportation. Spencer Chandra Herbert in tourism. Christine Boyle in Indigenous relations. Kelly Green, emergency management. Tamara Davidson in environment, which takes on parks. Ministers who haven't changed. Ravi Kahlon sticking with housing. Nikki Sharma still the Attorney General, now the Deputy Premier. George Chow in Citizen Services, Ann Kang in Post-Secretary, Sheila Malcolmson in Social Development. Here's the Premier today on his new cabinet.
The things that concern your family around the kitchen table are going to be the issues that concern our team around the cabinet table. They will remain our focus. Those families hit hard by inflation and rising costs, our focus will be on controlling your costs, supporting you with the cost of everything from housing to car insurance, and delivering a middle-income tax cut to support you and your family in these challenging times.
One difference for this cabinet, no mandate letters telling them what to do. Eby saying he's still negotiating with the BC Greens to try and get their votes locked down for some support. Green leader Sonia Furstner today telling me so far she likes what she sees in this new cabinet.
I think there's some interesting decisions. I think Brenda Bailey as Minister of Finance is a great choice. I'm happy to see Nikki Sharma as the Deputy Premier, Tamara Davidson as Minister of Environment. These are some exciting and hopeful choices.
Not a lot of recognizable faces from the John Horgan era of the NDP. This is a new cabinet evolved over several elections, a lot of new faces as David Eby tries to refocus on healthcare, cost of living, housing, those affordability basics he talked about in the election. You can see some other portfolios may not get a lot of attention for a while, Stacey, but a new cabinet, the same size, a lot of new faces and a lot of new tweaks to portfolios.